Hey, Sheila, can you do me a favor and check out YouTube again and see what that looks like again? I've given it another try only on my mobile device. Up to 419, boy, that ask is all over the place on CJJD. Recent reverse split. I wonder what the current float is on that one. I'm wondering if that might have pushed it down someplace close to our micro float list. It's very possible. Maybe not quite that low yet. $1.7. Dilution tracker has it at 1.7. 58K on Momo. Well, we'll have to get some confirmation from somewhere on that one and see if we can get an exact number. Be nice to be able to put that one on our micro float list. It's always nice to add stocks to those. The more that we can get of those, the better. Neo. Looks good on. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. We're going live on YouTube as well. So we've added a new platform. This will be pretty much like the TikTok thing where we just do a very short amount of time on YouTube. Just trying to build up our audience and build up our membership here and get as many people in the wolf pack as possible. We're doing really well. Word is spreading and getting pretty excited. Come a long way. Come a long way from a year and a half ago. Looks and sounds good. Good deal. PLTR partners with Palantir to integrate ontology software development kit. Okay. All right, we've got about 30 seconds. RSKD looks like they beat on revenues. DO, price target changed. And we've got about 20 seconds here, and we're going to get our 7 o'clock news dump. Let's see what we get at 7 o'clock for news. We're going to try to give you the press releases as quickly as they come out. I'll try to bring special attention to the ones that I think are rather interesting. MNPR, positive preclinical therapeutic data. And that's on MNPR. Positive preclinical data. TLSA announces podium presentation. Let's see. CASI reports positive interim results. CASI, positive results, no volume on that stock. Let's see. RDHL, nothing there. Let's see. SNES, nothing there. I'll click through these as quickly as I can. MCRB, fourth quarter financials. Jeff took CJJD from 401 to 433. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. CIFR. Nothing there. Financial report. BIG, BIG, new person on their board of directors. Let's continue clicking through these. MCRB, fourth quarter results and research. Nothing there. Nothing there. Fireside chat on FWBI. Those are always interesting. Nothing there. ASPI conference. MASS fourth quarter financials. TRNR, letter from NASDAQ confirming the company complies with stockholders' equity requirements. EVGN announces a new agreement with seed producers in Brazil. Tilray, nothing. LLAP got $15 million. M. Cruz, CJJD from 390 to 436. Nice trade, my friend. That was a nice one. Peter got it from 404 to 466. Another very nice trade. Let's continue clicking through these. BWEN, fourth quarter financials. CIFR, nothing there. ARQQ, reseller agreement. CHPH, going to a conference. CMMB, another conference. Getting a lot of conferences here. Nice trades on CJJD already this morning from the Wolfpack. Like to see that. New person on the board of directors. CGEN, solid balance sheet with cash runway. Expected to fund operations into 2027, so they must have a nice chunk of cash. CASI is a rocket. CASI. CASI. Positive interim results. That press release came out 4 minutes ago. And we gave that one to you 4 minutes ago. Positive interim results. Those are always good. Let me bring up my chart here. Boop, 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 boop. And then minimize. So, CASI. Looks like we grabbed that one from press release came out. It was at $5.06. It ran up to $9.16. It's back down to $6.40. Let's check out the float on that one. See. Pull up my news here on my micro float. CASI. Looks like we've got 32 million. Nope. Don't want to say that. That's not good. 5 million. Right around 5.7 million public float on that one. AZ. going to a conference. CGEN has 51 million in cash and equivalents. So they're just reporting some financials. Earnings on CIFR. Earnings there. Clicking through these quickly. Nothing there. Not getting any volume. We want to have some that's got some volume coming in, and the price is going up. MASS loses on their financials. They're showing a loss. CASI shot to 916. Yes, it did. That thing was a monster. It shot up really quick on that news. It has a relatively small float, 5.7 according to FinViz. Now, Dilution Tracker has it at 11.4 million, so there's quite a discrepancy there. But I have two other sources that are saying right around 5.7. So 3 out of 4 of them are saying around 5.7. So we'll go with that. So this could be your dip here. This giant rip here, it pulls back, and this could be your dip buy on CASI at 641. Let me double check news again. I don't want to lose sight of the news. 628, 640. This thing is all over the place. All right, going to try some at 650. $6.50 on CASI. Let's see if that truly was just a little pullback before it rips again. CASI. Let's see if that was just a pullback or a little bit of a head fake. Let's hope that low float works in our favor on that one. That ripped pretty darn quick. That was up there in 4 minutes. It didn't take long for that to climb up over $9. Yeah, it was much, much faster. That pop and drop was way faster than normal. The climb was much quicker than normal. The drop on the pullback in dollars was much more extreme than normal. Typically, it falls slowly over 7, 8, 10 minutes worth of time. That one dropped very, very quickly. And it started to climb back up just as quickly on pretty decent volume. So it is getting some nice volume. We're going to keep an eye on the volume. We need to keep an eye on the volume. That is key to whether or not this thing takes off again. ZCMD, maybe something to check out. It's up about 25%. Let's rip again. Up over 8, folks. Come on. CASI. Let's rip it. We are up nicely on this one so far. From that little nice dip there, I didn't catch the bottom, obviously. I wanted to wait for that second confirmation candle. I wanted to make sure that thing was going up on good volume. And we are up now. We are up over $1 a share on this one already. CASI. I hope everybody is banking on this one. Let's see if we can get this to rip over 8. Look at the volume. Volume is coming in very nicely compared to previous candles. The volume is really, really coming in nice. Come on. Push. SBFM. Well, those little cheap penny stocks are really, really hard to read. They're real hard to sort of get a grasp on what they're going to do. The floats are usually really crazy high, which means they need a ton of volume to move them. Let's take a look at it here. It moved a penny in after hours. It went from 4 cents, 4.5 cents to about 5.5 cents. I know that looks like a massive climb on the chart, but it's only a penny. So even if it repeated this nice, what appears to be a beautiful climb, even if it repeated that again and went way up here, it's still only going up a penny. So from what I'm seeing so far, it doesn't appear to be one that you would make a whole lot of money on at the moment. Now, that could change in just a few moments, depending on volume. But as of right now, it doesn't look like a whole lot. Keeping an eye on CASI here. Peter took it from 629 to 756. Nice solid trade. Sean, 658 to 758. Love it. $2 profit per share on that one. Excuse me, $1. I got so excited I gave you the wrong dollar amount. $7.80, $7.86, $7.90. Come on, baby. Give me 8. Give me 8. Come on. Look at the volume coming in now. We're up to 81,000 on this 1 minute candle. Really want that to be over 100,000. Push. Didn't quite make it to 100,000 shares. Some nice trades on CASI already this morning. There we pushed up over 8. What a nice, beautiful run on this one this morning. We read that press release off. The stock was at $5.06. It's now up to $8. It was $8.06. It's a $3 increase from when the news came out. Trading on the news is awesome. Watching for news. Come on, get back up over 8. We want that over 8. Cody took it from $6.18 to $8. So beautiful. Jeff got it from $7.19 to $8.03. That is just beautiful. That is nice. You guys are doing awesome this morning on these. Makes me happy to see you jumping in and jumping out. Love it. Locking in that profit. Steve from 650 to 806. Jeremy got it from 607 to 788, and he says, nice start. Absolutely. 816, there it goes. 820, 825, 829. This thing's ripping. Come on, baby, push. Volume pouring in on this thing really nicely. The Wolfpack is on the ball here this morning already. What a beautiful way to start out our Tuesday morning. Beautiful way to start out the morning already with a big, nice runner on news. That's what this live stream is all about, catching those press releases. Still watching for news. We haven't had anything new pop up yet. We've had 64 press releases so far this morning. CASI seems to be the one that's getting the most attention in terms of press releases. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take an out here on CASI. 788, 785. Got my mental stop in here. Will it push up or will it start to come down again? Got my mental stop in here at 760. There it is. All right. What a ripper. 650 to 760. $1.10 profit per share. First time. Sika, first time. CASI, 590 to 817. Second time, 678 to 802. Nice trading. Jeremy. What did Jeremy get it? 673 to 825. Ryan, 634 to 759. Everybody is banking on this one this morning. That makes me happy. Glad to see everybody locking in profit. I had to practice what I preach and lock in my own this morning. That felt good. That's a nice way to start out your Tuesday morning. Let's pull it up. All right, let's go over here. Got to pull up this calculator app over here. All right. Oh, CASI coming down. CASI is pulling down here just a little bit. Morning, Gary. Glad you could join us. Good morning to YouTube as well. Spry. Price target raised to $18 from $6. It's on Spry. SPRY. Price target change. Let's see if CASI has any gas left in the tank here and pushes back up over 8. David, CASI from $6.33 to $8. That is how you do it. Morning, James. Back to $8 on CASI. Looking very, very nice. We like those kind of press releases. Got a beautiful, beautiful entry on this pullback. And fortunately, it didn't pull back and then continue after we bought in. We got very fortunate with that buy-in. Boy, did it pay off. Paid off very nicely. All right. MNPR. What was that one? I'll have to pull that back up and take a look at again. I don't remember what that one was. Positive preclinical therapy data for its MRP program. Preclinical. That was preclinical. So the one on CASI was positive interim on a phase 1 clinical trial. So this one is already in the phase 1 clinical trial stage of things. The one on MNPR was a preclinical trial. Positive results, but on a preclinical, which has less significance as it would a phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3. That's why we saw such a difference in the price action. Quick tip, if you double click on the blue section, give you a pop out. Not sure what you mean, Harley. You talking about that? The full screen view of it? Yeah, I don't ever double click them because it fills up the entire screen, and I don't want to fill up the entire screen. I want to be able to continue watching my charts. moving back up. CASI is pulling back up a little bit. Still watching for news. We don't have anything going on our micro float list. Micro float list so far this morning has been kind of irrelevant. It's not done anything, really nothing moving anywhere on it. We've gotten 65 press releases this morning, and CASI seems to be the one that's got the most attention. Let's see. SBFM, that's our big volume runner, but it's not doing anything. And look at the 1 month for Root. Let's pull back. Yeah, look at Root. That's been a nice climb. Look at that. Started that thing at $9.23 and has been a beautiful gapper up ever since. It's been just beautiful. What a swing play, huh? A two-week swing from 9 to 41. Can't beat that. All right, MNTS. Slowly creeping up now. MNTS. Keep an eyeball on that one. Fun coming up. At what point would you get back into CASI? CASI would have to pull back quite a bit, I think, for me to feel safe on it. At least on the 1 minute chart here, I would want it to retest this $6 range. Now, I don't know that it would do that, but I would feel much safer letting it come back down here and retest $6. And if it continues this downward trend, you can see from its high here just a few moments ago at $8.30. It's been on a steady downtrend ever since. So it could very well test that $6 range again. But I think I'd want it to get down there before I messed around with it again. I don't mind missing out on the trade. If it, let's just say, for example, it's at 7.16 right now. If it would all of a sudden pop and run up to $10, I'd probably try to catch it somewhere along the way. But I wouldn't be disappointed that I missed out, at $7.26 or anything like that. I've already made money on it, and I would just as soon play it with caution, and I'd rather be safe than sorry, and let it drop down considerably before I took another stab at it. Now, if it breaks on the flip side of that coin, if it breaks 8 again on good volume, I probably would consider taking a shot at it. It would take, it would have to break probably about 8.05, around $8.05. If it could break $8.05 on really good volume, it would be very tempting for me to jump into that. Very, very tempting. And on the downside, if it dropped down to 6 again. The main concern here is if it does start to go, I want to make sure that it is going to go. And for me, that's right around $8.05. And on the flip side, if it drops down to 6, I want to see if it will hold that 6. And if it can maintain that 6 and hold it as a support, then that also would be very tempting for me. So there's really, for me, there's 2 possible entries on that. Either as it drops and bounces off 6, or as it climbs and is able to break through 805. Either way, I feel safe. LVTX. Clinical Development Milestone Achievement by Pfizer. LVTX. This is our 7:30 press releases. LVTX 356 to 387, nice solid trade. Ryan 331 to 385. LVTX. LVTX. Look at that baby go. What kind of a float do we have here? LVTX. Thank you, Alex and Ryan, for calling that one out. We do appreciate that, my friends. 12 million public float. We'll watch for the pullback here again on LVTX. Jeremy, LVTX from 353 to 380. And they also received a $7 million milestone payment from Pfizer. So we've got Pfizer in the name in the press release, which is always a good thing. When they start name dropping, that's always good. Let's take a look at the monthly chart on this one. Oh, yeah. We're right at a resistance area. This could go much higher. So let's keep an eye. And there we go, $4. There we go. Taking some of that. Stay above 4. Please stay above 4. LVTX. I'm going to pull back just a little bit. $4 break's what we're looking for here. If you miss the initial run, there we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That is how you do it. That was absolutely beautiful. The news box popped up, so I jumped in. Yes, always watch that news box. Watch those news boxes. Oh, let's see. Production. Clicking through press releases here that just came out. Futures, fourth quarter financials. Nothing there. Nothing there. Fourth quarter revenues. Global conference. Conferences don't help us. All right, let's go back to volume again. All right. Well, good morning to TikTok, and good morning once again to our YouTube watchers. We've had two of them this morning so far. CASI, that was our first big runner. We called out the news on that one, on CASI. That stock was at $5.06. Immediately, within the first 4 minutes, it ran up to $9.16. Pulled back, dropped all the way back down to about $5.85. Waited for the reversal on that one. It pulled back up. I jumped in at $6.50 and rode it up to about $7.60. So we made about $1.10 per share on that trade. That was pretty nice. It's still floating around $7.11. So it is pulled back a little bit. And then most recently, we had LVTX. LVTX. That one ran from, the news came out, that ran from $2.99 to $4.23. That was a nice one. Very, very nice. Very nice gappers. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hopefully you guys caught those as well. So we're going to continue watching for news here. Let's find out if this is a pullback here on LVTX. This is pulled back. It's sitting right on the 9-day EMA on the 1-minute chart, and it just broke below that. Let's see how much of a pullback this really is, and if it's going to decide to climb back up again. Got a little bit of time here before our 8 o'clock press releases hit us. Here, let me reverse that screen so that sign back there. There we go. No, our sign isn't. There we go. Well, we're going live on something new this morning. We're going live on YouTube as well. So we're live right now on Instagram, we're on TikTok and also on YouTube. So you can catch us on YouTube in the morning as well. And of course, on the website. YouTube is crackling. All right. Well, I'll have to figure that one out. You still think I need a disco ball? Now a member of the Wolf Pack. Well, welcome, my friend. Good to have you with us. Can somebody post a current link to the Discord on TikTok? Terry is a new Wolfpack member and would like to join us on the Discord. So if somebody could post a link on there real quick for him, that would be amazing. Do appreciate that. Oh, let's see. Still waiting on some new press releases here. Sheila is saying YouTube is clear. Is the sound okay? Thank you, Cody, very, very much for posting that. And Kathy, thank you very much. Hopefully the sound is okay on YouTube. Everybody likes different platforms, so I'm trying to just kind of go across different platforms and see which ones click, which ones don't. Some of them are easy to watch and watch your charts at the same time, and some of them are a little bit more difficult to do that with. Some of them are hard to put comments in while you're watching the video, the live stream. Others aren't. So everybody's got their favorites. So I'm just trying to cover as many as possible. NMV, you can't copy links here. Yeah, the link on my website might be, now I'm not 100% sure, but the link on the website might be outdated. They expire after a certain amount of time, and I think that one expired. If that's the case, I'll go in today after my live stream and I'll update it and put the current link on there. But I would highly recommend you check out the Discord. Totally free. Pop in there. They've got conversation going on all day long on runners, stuff that is running, press releases, and we start the Discord. The conversation typically starts on the Discord at around 4 a.m. when pre-market trading starts. So it's pretty early in the morning on the Discord. We've got some early risers in there, and they are on the ball very, very early. Let's look at CASI back up to 755. Press release on OGEN. Prepares drug for phase 2 clinical trials to treat concussion. So it's just saying they're preparing for a phase 2. The Discord link doesn't work as an FYI. Well, thank you very much for that, Cody. I do appreciate that. I'll check that out. As soon as I get off my live stream here this morning, I'll go into the website and update the link for the Discord. But I would encourage everybody to check out the YouTube live, see what you think. Let me know how it sounds, if it looks okay, if the sound is coming through clear, if it's easy to type in comments, that sort of thing. GANX. GANX. Take a look at it. GANX. GANX. News. GANX. It's at $6.29 right now on the bid. GANX. It's at 604 now, 606, 6. It's coming down a little bit. Let's take a pullback on this. This is a Bazinga Pro exclusive. GANX. Looks like we've got about a 17 million public float on that one. Our bid is down to 585. $593. Let's look at this for the pullback. We had news on GANX off of Bazinga Pro. Thank you very much, Alex, for that mention. Good morning, Vicki. Good to see you with us. Watching for that pullback. LVTX is dumping. $585 on GANX, 574, 573, 562. Let it pull back. Be patient with that one. Let it pull back. $515, $512. $502, $490. It's pulling back all the way to the beginning here. Let it pull back. Just let it pull back. Let me reread that. All right. Here we go. GANX. We're going to take a serious look here. Taking out 493. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of this GANX. I'm going to try it at $5 and see where it goes. GANX. I'm going to try it at $5. All right. Now let's go back to MNTS has another press release here. Awarded NASA contract. MNTS awarded a NASA contract to provide flight and payload integration services. MNTS. The bid is currently at $1.09. Now it's at $1.10, $1.11. The bid is climbing. Let's see if we can get that back up to about $1.35, $1.40. That would be sweet. So MNTS, take a look. CASI, another press release on that, just repeating the previous one. And the news on MNTS, that's a repeat of last night's news. Let's see if that re-release of that news generates any interest in this thing again this morning, and maybe we'll see that nice big climb up again. Let's take a look at our micro float list. Not seeing anything on the micro float list that's interesting. All right, let's go back to volume. Let's see. CASI still going sideways. LVTX trying to climb back up. GANX kind of floating around that $4.95 to $5 range. Those fives may not have been a great idea, but I'm going to stick to them. SBFM. SBFM moving. Yeah, it popped up to 6 cents. 6.5. SBFM at 6.5. A little bit of a resistance area here. Let's see if it can pop up to 7. That would be sweet. Six, 7. Let's get it up to 7 cents. It's up 49% this morning. MNTS just floating sideways. Kind of hoping that repeat of that press release from last night might draw some new attention to some new traders. CASI, that was our big gapper this morning. That's still going sideways. Fun going sideways. LVTX still trying to get up. I haven't gotten the news yet on GANX on my scanner, but we got it on Bazinga Pro. But not on my scanner. Not yet. It'll pop up there eventually, I'm sure. Well, good morning to everybody. Hope everybody's had a good morning so far. Just to repeat, we're going live on YouTube right now. So if everybody could pop over there and check that out and let me know if it looks okay, if the sound is okay. It's coming through nice and clear. I'm very curious about that. It seems to be easy to comment, say hello. We'll go a little bit longer on YouTube since it's sort of a new platform for us. We'll go a little bit longer on that one this morning than we do TikTok. Where at, Ashley? Where did the sound go out at? On YouTube? Yes, that is a nap-friendly couch. Extremely. Just got back from Florida, went to Leesburg. Nice. Sound is great on YouTube. Thank you, Sandy. I do appreciate that. So just remember, when I get off of TikTok, I'll be still on YouTube. So very welcome to go over there and watch a little bit longer on YouTube. Hit the follow button on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. YouTube could turn out to be a rather nice platform for us. Make sure you like the YouTube broadcast. Make sure you hit the like button on the YouTube broadcast. Please do. Look at SBFM, up to 7.5 cents now. Somebody asked me about that this morning, if I thought that one was, what my opinion was on it. And I said I just really didn't think there was anything about it that looked that interesting. And it's up 2 pennies since then. So there you go. That tells you how much I know. Shouldn't be much of a delay at all, I wouldn't think. Broadcasting in the Discord as well. Wow, how did you figure that one out, Sandy? I looked at that and couldn't figure it out. Gang X, above 5 again. MNTS, another press release there. MNTS, those dirty rascals, $4 million registered direct offering. They just screwed the pooch. Oh my. That is dirty pool. 30 seconds ago. $4 million registered direct offering at market. Wow, they just screwed the pooch, folks. All right, let's see what we got here for press releases at 8 o'clock. All right, DSP, price target raised. IMMP, first clinical data from a 90 milligram dosing. Let's see. Boy, we've got some going down. There must be some offerings going on. I'm not reading those, however, just reading the ones that are going up. Public offering on AGFY. MNTS took a dump on that news. Holy cow. Fourth quarter financials. LTRN going to a conference. Quick. There. LIPO announces FDA clearance for investigational new drug. LIPO. FDA clearance of an investigational new drug for oral graft versus host disease, advancing their clinical pipeline. And that is on LIPO. The bid's at $1.06 right now. $1.07 now. AKTX. Nothing there. EYEN. FDA approval of global stall propionate ophthalmic suspension. Good grief. for the treatment of post-operative inflammation and pain following ocular surgery. EYEN congratulates Formosa Pharmaceuticals, so be careful on that. That press release is deceiving. Do not touch that one. SMART, nothing there. MYNZ, partners with Trusted Health. MYNZ, we have a little bit of a partnership here on MYNZ. No volume. It's only got 4,000 shares on the volume, so it's not getting any attention. That is for sure. Nothing there. IMMP announces first clinical data from a 90 milligram dosing. We read that one. Not a lot of volume there either. Finally got our press release on GANX. Check that one out. That one pumped up really nice when the news came out initially, from 482 to 679, and has pulled back since then. LiPo, LIPO, check that one out. Joby, JOBY, check that one out. I know I'm giving you a lot here to look at. Proposed public offering looks like on Sophie. QNRX, $6 million public offering. Joby. Joby acquires a facility in Ohio, begins hiring to support initial manufacturing operations. So they've got a new facility. Doesn't have a tremendous amount of volume on it just yet. SNAL, trying to watch all the press releases and people's comments all at the same time. Like I said, I know I'm giving you a lot to look at, but it's well worth at least checking them out. Good to have your paper and pencil ready when these press releases, so you can jot down the ticker symbol that I'm giving you and go check it out on your own time frame and see if it's something you want to get into. EVLV. Technology and Footprint Center announce a partnership. No volume. AKTX will receive a number of CARI ordinary shares for each share. Now, looks like there's a buy out there. It's not affecting share price on this one. Price target cut. Nothing there. Nothing there. Reading through these press releases, we've got a bunch of them here at 8 o'clock. We got hammered. EMTX. Nothing there. MIRM. Investors Conference. Nothing there. Nothing there. ASUR. Annual Roth Conference. BIAF. Reports accelerating sales growth of SciPath. FULC. Financials. Nothing there. Fluff. And conference. A lot of fluff news in all those. My gosh. That was a crap ton of press releases, and the vast majority of them were junk. Let's go back to the ones that we know are doing decently. SBMF, SBFM rather, 7. IVP, not doing anything. MNTS, still down from that offering. That was really crappy of them to do that. And there, we're still getting that 8 o'clock flush. So the price, you're going to see a lot of price movement here. All right, reading through comments as quickly as possible. All right. LIPO, big drop. All right, MNTS. I wish this flush, this 8 o'clock flush would be over with, because it's hard to keep track of these prices because they're jumping all over the place. It makes it hard to keep an eye on them. LVTX. LVTX is trying to curl back up. Let's see if it actually can move back up again. Oh, gang X down to 476 on the bid. Let's hope that climbs back up to $5. There's a lot of news dump at 8 o'clock, man. We have had 111 press releases so far this morning. $111. And I'm sure that it's not done. Yes, if you check it out on YouTube, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate that a lot. The Wolfpack would love to have you do that. We need a big curl up on that. Yes, we do. DD, triple D's, to repurchase $110 million of convertible senior notes. DDD, 3D Systems, to repurchase $110 million of convertible senior notes. And no volume on that stock. It's down to $4.07. SXTC is moving. Let's go back to and look at that thing is bouncing all over the place. Gang X. That's just that 8 o'clock flush stuff that's causes everybody to get excited. But there's no need to be excited. It's normal 8 o'clock mess. It's usually done by now. It's 8:11, and it's usually done being crazy, but it's still going on. Good morning, Jay. Good to have you with us, my friend. Good to have you with us. Oh, And welcome to everybody that's joining us on YouTube. Just to give you guys a quick summary of what we're doing. We go live in the mornings on our website at about 6:45 in the morning to prepare ourselves for that first 7 o'clock news dump that happens. And we typically get a nice dump of news at 7 o'clock. Then we get another nice big dump of news at 7:30. And then, of course, 8, 8:30, 9, usually every half hour on the hour, the market dumps a bunch of news on us. And we're trying to be prepared and ready for each of those half hour increments. Now, they do dump news in there in between the half hours. Sporadically, we get a few. But we trade primarily on those press releases. We're looking for press releases that act as a catalyst to push the stock price up. And then we ride the coattails of that press release. We get the press release, we read it quick, and everybody in our community makes the decision to either get in or wait it out. Some people like to jump in them right away. Some people don't, but it's up to each individual how they play that. My job here is just to give you the information, give you the press releases. I give you my opinion on whether I think they're great news, so-so news, fluff news, or absolute junk and terrible news. And then you can make a decision on whether or not it's something you want to involve your money in. And we typically get, on average, I'd say we get about 140 to 160 press releases in the mornings. Look at the SBFM climbing up nicely. We just broke up there. We just tapped 8 cents. Very, very nice. SBFM just tapped 8 cents. That is sweet. Awesome, Charles. Glad to hear that. Charles on our live stream says he just started following Jay yesterday, and he was exactly what he was looking for to fill that time slot. During Jay's time slot is a perfect time for him, and he says, thanks, Jeff and Jay. Ooh, that fell down very, very quickly, didn't it? All right, let's see what we got at 8:15 here. ADN participates in a $12.4 million project to reduce GHG emissions in maritime sector. That's on ADN. ADN. Going up a little bit on that press release. About 105,000 shares on that. AKTX announces a definitive agreement to merge with Peak Bio as equals in an all-stock transaction. AKTX is going to merge as an equal with Peak Bio in an all-stock deal. No volume on that stock. It's got 3,000 shares on that. Huge. Sophie announces $750 million proposed convertible note, senior notes offering due in 2029. That stock just dumped from $8.50 down to $7.61 on that news. Take a look at Huge, Huge. Got some more here. SABR, nothing in that. Not getting the kind of press release this morning that I'm really, really looking for. Not really getting it. Caught SFBM at 6 cents. Very nice. Very nice, Boothby. That was a nice grab down there. So what did we get this morning? Let's go back over our morning runners. This morning, 7 o'clock, first thing this morning, we had CASI. CASI. We read that press release off at 7 o'clock, right when it came out. And that stock ran from $5.06 all the way to $9.16. That was a massive runner that the Wolfpack caught this morning. Now, it did pull back, and a lot of us jumped in on the pullback and rode it up again from anywhere from 625 to 650 and rode it back up to about $8.30. It finally climbed up back up to. So two beautiful opportunities on that stock. Kind of going sideways right now, but it may get another push here. So definitely keep an eye on CASI. Another one that we had this morning, a couple of our members called this one out. This was LVTX. Now, the press release came out on this one. The stock was at about $2.99, and it ran on the press release. It ran up from $2.99 to $4.23. So another big, beautiful run on that stock. Now, it has come down from then, but it was also a nice moneymaker this morning. Another one that we had, well, that was two of them, two nice ones. Now, this one was a very, very quick up and down. GANX. This was another one. This one, we got a press release on this one from Bazinga Pro. This hit Bazinga Pro before it hit any other of the news sources, at least ones that I have. And this one ran on the news. When the news came out, this ran from $4.82 to $6.79. So another absolutely beautiful run up. And that happened very, very quickly and came down very, very quickly. It's running at about $4.73 right now. Press release here, BBIO, price target cut. We don't want to pay any attention to those. So we've had three of them this morning that were pretty nice money makers, pretty nice. Fun, PHUN. Let's take a look at that one real quick. That one's been a nice gapper this morning. Look at Fun, PHUN. Come on, you can't beat that. We talked about that this morning. We looked at that at $15.32. It jumped up really quickly up to the 1566 area. And we talked about it and said, wow, that one's really running up nice. It's a nice gapper. And since then, it's run up another $1. We just touched 1674 on that stock. So that one is doing very, very nicely. Looks good on the chart too, as well. Well, check us out on YouTube. pop on over there, hit the like button on the video, on the live stream, and also the follow button. Hit the follow button, follow us. We'd love to have you follow us over there. We're going to go live on YouTube a little bit longer, for just a little bit, maybe a week or so. We're going to go longer on YouTube than what we do on TikTok. YouTube is a brand new platform for us. We're going to try and build our audience there as well, and try to get as many people as we can away from the scammers. We're going to try to get those folks back to a healthy place, both mentally and financially. We'll get them to a healthy place and get them away from the scammers. There's a lot of them out there. So I'm going to let you guys go here on TikTok. Thank you very much for following us. I'm sorry we didn't have a whole lot here on the 8 o'clock news dump. We didn't really get anything big. I was really hoping for something real big on the 8 o'clock. Well, all of them. We've got 114 press releases. The vast majority of them have been kind of fluffy. Not really anything exciting going on. My micro float list. I've got a watch list with what I consider micro floats, million shares or less. And there's just really nothing going on with that list either. And also that micro float list of all of those micro float stocks that are million shares or less on their public float. We have a complete list of those on the Discord. So if you get over to the Discord, check it out. Put some of those on your own list. Let's take a look at another press release came out real quick here. AKTX. Okay, this is a repeat. Akari Therapeutics signs a merger of equals with Peak Bio. So we've got a merger there. That's just a repeat of the news that came out about 20 minutes ago. They like to do that to us. CASI coming down. LVTX going sideways. So we haven't got a whole lot moving this morning. We had a couple of them spike up very quickly, came down very quickly. But that's pre-market. That's the way it works in pre-market a lot. And I've pointed that out on our charts many times. What to look for, how to play those pre-market runners on news. And so far this morning, based on the totals that I'm seeing from our Wolfpack members, people are catching on. People are starting to get into the habit of getting in quick on the news, running it up, locking in a really nice percentage on their investment, their ROI, return on investment. They're locking in some really nice profits and getting out and walking away from it, moving on to the next one. And I really like to see that. That's how you build your account. Lock in your profits, build that account. Over time, you're starting out, maybe you've only got a couple $100 in your account, but lock in those profits. I don't care if it's $5, $10, $20, it doesn't matter. Lock it in. When you got a nice return on your investment, don't be scared to lock in that profit. It's going to build your account over time. Over time. This does not happen overnight, folks. I'm telling you, it doesn't happen overnight. There's no get-rich-quick scheme in the stock market, other than maybe crypto. Crypto can make you rich really quick if you get lucky. But in a regular stock market, there's no get-rich-quick scheme. It's all hard work, dedication, studying, and it takes time to build your account. But I'm telling you, lock in your profits when you get them. Stop holding them. Don't get those bags, as they say. And I promise you that over time, you're going to see your account build to the point where you can start putting in some big money into these stock positions and making some really decent money. Maybe you're only putting in $50 into any one single stock position. If your account size dictates that $50 is a safe amount for you and you're only putting in 50, that's great. But I guarantee you, if you stick to it long enough, there's going to come a time when you're dropping $2,000 into a stock position, $3,000 into a stock position, $5,000 into a stock position. It's coming, but you got to give it time. And for those of you that are starting really young, I got started at 50. So I got a really late start on it. But I did the work. I put in the time. And 8 years later, at 58, I was able to retire. And I didn't retire from my job because my job made me a bunch of money. I was working in a factory as a production supervisor. I made a good living. I'm not going to lie. I made a good living at my job, but not the kind of living where you would expect to retire at 58. And I had no pension, no nothing. My retirement came from stock trading. And yours can too. It just takes a while. It took me 8 years to get from starting out to being able to retire from stock money. 8 years. So it does take some time. That's not probably typical. It probably takes some folks a lot longer than that. But if you start out young, I know a lot of you are starting out very young, man, you have got one hell of an opportunity ahead of you. I'm telling you, you've got a beautiful opportunity to make a difference in your financial future. Just stick to it and don't listen. Can't say this enough. Don't listen to the scammers. Those people that tell you they can turn $500 into $5,000 for you in a week and they can teach you how to do it. Don't buy into that stuff. Could you get lucky and do that? Absolutely. We had a 3,000% runner a few weeks back, if you guys remember. Now, if you'd put $500 into that and it ran 3,000%, yeah, you'd have made a nice chunk of money in a week, in one day. But that doesn't happen every day in the market. That's not realistic. That's not realistic. All right. Well, let's take a look at another press release real quick. LVTX, increasing incidence of pancreatic cancer, leading kind of a misleading. This is repeat, looks like, of a press release earlier on LVTX. They got a milestone payment from Pfizer for this. Let's see, OCEA, OSHA, nothing there. And AMPX, nothing there. All right, well, TikTok, I am out of here. I'll be back at 9:15 this morning, and we'll go over what the Wolfpack's been up to since 8:30 to 9:15 and get you up to speed. We'll catch the opening bell together, and then we'll be done. So until 9:15 this morning, you guys have a good morning. I will be over on YouTube. When I click off of TikTok, I will be on YouTube still. So if you'd like to continue with this, what we're doing and calling out these press releases, pop over to YouTube, Wolfpack Community. Got my picture right on the front of it. And join us on our live stream there. And hit the like and subscribe button. And we'd love to have you over there. So we're going to leave here now on TikTok and pop over to YouTube. And also on our website, AISP. Take a look at that one. AISP. That's the last freebie you get. AISP. Please go check it out. AISP. AISP. All right. I'll see you guys at 9:15. All right. Let's get back to our press releases here. AISP. What do we got here? Significant sole source contract award within the Department of Justice. AISP popping up a little bit here on some news. Volume starting to come in a little bit. Not sure I even had that one on my watch list. AISP. It is now. Thank you guys for that, Ryan and Alex. Up to 225. Looks like it has ran from $1.68 to 247 on that little bit of news.
No pedestrian slur.
So keep an eye on that one. AISP, it's up to 243 now. Keep an eye on that one, folks. Looks like we've got a few people joining us here in YouTube. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you would. I do really appreciate that. Don't hesitate to leave comments on our live stream here. I don't know how easy it is to do that on YouTube, but we encourage you to leave comments. If you see something running, holler it out. Type it out there. Let us know if you see a press release that we haven't mentioned, or you see a stock running. Let the entire community know about it. And if everybody does that together, we're going to catch a ton of runners. We've already caught a few of them. Let me click through here. AISP from 218 to 259. Alex took it from 220 to 254. Advice on Gang X for those of us stuck in the mud. Let me take a look at it here. Let me look through these press releases real quick. Thank you very much for joining us here on YouTube. Brand new venture for us here on YouTube. Brand new platform to go live on. We've never gone live on YouTube before. So this is the very first time. This is the first day. And just like the other platforms, this will get better with time as I get an opportunity to tweak things a little bit. I'll get things tweaked in here. All right, nothing there. Let's take a look at GANX. ASPI from 227 to 262. Very nice. All right, let me trying to get things arranged here. The more equipment that I add, the more congested my desk gets. It gets a little aggravating. All right. All right, we'll see how that works out. OSHA, OCEA. Take a look at that one. Starting to run up a little bit. Nice little run on OSHA, OCEA. All right, let me know about the volume here on YouTube, if you guys would, if you don't mind. Let me know how the volume sounds. If it got any better than it was just a few moments ago. I've hooked up my spare microphone here, and hopefully that'll help things. All right, let's see. Let's go back to Gang X. All right, Gang X, that was not bad news. It's being shorted, it looks like. Let me double check. The float, 17 million. We're at 422,000. Let me get a little sense of the volume here on these drops. 4.5 thousand, 2.4, 4, 3, 6. Let's look at the 6 month. Still like the chart. On GANX, I still like the chart. The drop here from $5, if we look at the volume on each of those candles, there was hardly any volume at all. Even on this big drop here from 472 to 429, that big drop only happened on 4,000 shares. This big drop was only 2,000 shares. And it's gotten relatively no volume since then. So, personally, I'm not scared of it. We're talking 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 18,000 shares was all it took to drop it down like that. That is panic selling and a lack of buyers. So if we get an influx of buyers, it's not going to take much to push it right back up again. This is a drop. This is a very weak drop. This is a drop on very low volume. When you get a drop on a stock on very low volume, that means the push down is a weak one. There's not a lot pushing that down. Very low volume. Now, if it was on a lot of volume, a ton of volume pushing that down, that would be a very strong move down, and that would be something scary. But this is a very weak move down. Now, the same applies when the stock goes up. If it goes up on relatively small volume, that's a weak move up, and it's probably going to drop. If it goes up on big volume, that's a big, heavy push supporting it going up, and that's a good thing. So what we saw here from 470, this was a very weak move coming down. So I fully expect this to climb back up. Now, that's not guaranteed that it's going to, but I would fully expect, just based on the chart, I would fully expect that to climb back up again. So I'm not scared of it just yet. I've got a $5 entry on it. We've only got 423,000 total shares traded on this stock completely. We get a nice big influx of volume, that pops right back up again. And another thing I want to caution, um, you guys on is make sure you're not going too heavy on your buy-ins. Don't burn up a big percentage of your portfolio on any one stock. If you've only got $500 in your trading account, you should not be putting $200, $300, $400 into one position. That's a quick way to blow up your account to nothing. You can't do that. You've got to put small percentage of your total account value into any one position. That way, if you get on the losing side of a stock, on a trade, you're not losing a ton of money. You're not hurting your account to the point where you're rethinking your decision to trade stocks. If you have $500 and you lose 500, you're going to rethink your position here and go, you know what, maybe stock trading is not for me. But if you have $500 in your account and you lose $10, you're going to go, oh, well, I lost $10. I still got $4.90 in there. Let's keep going. And you're going to continue to plug away at it. So be really careful. And I can't tell you how much to put in, but you really should be putting a very small percentage of your account into any one position. Now, as your portfolio grows, that same small percentage is going to be a bigger dollar amount, right? Makes sense. If you have $100, you're putting in 10% into a stock, you're putting $10 into it, right? Well, if you have $1,000 in your account now and you're putting the same 10% in, now you're putting $100 into it. If you have $10,000 in your account and you're putting the same 10% in, now you're putting $1,000 into a position. So you see, as your account grows, the amount you're going to put into each position grows along with it, or can grow along with it. That's what you're looking for. Start small, put in small percentages and grow your account over time. Don't dump half of your tradable funds into one position, because if it tanks on you, you're going to be hurting, and you're going to be hurting bad, and you're going to be moaning and crying about how a stock is killing you. And you don't want that. Let me read through these real quick because I want to finish that thought. BLDP. Reading press releases for you. MAIA issues a letter to shareholders. So as a perfect example, on GANX, I've got a $5 buy-in on that. I can allow that to fall to $4 before I decide to sell. That's $1 per share. And you think, holy crap, that I couldn't let it drop $1 per share. It would kill my account. Well, based on my account size, I can let it fall $1 per share and get out, take the loss, and it affected my overall account. It affected it very, very little. Where for somebody else, because their account is smaller, it may affect them hugely to take $1 per share loss. So it's all relevant. It's relevant to the size of your account. Just because a lot of people, and I always caution people on this because people will ask me, are you still in? Are you still in? And if I say yes, then they assume, oh, well, he's still in, so I'll stay in. Well, there's a danger there, because what I'm willing to accept as a loss may be in dollars, may be way bigger than what you're willing to take as a loss. So you have to think about that. Just because Jeff stayed in doesn't mean I should stay in. If it gets to my point of where I've had enough, I don't care if Jeff is still in or not, I need to get out. And that's how you need to think about that. Don't stay in just because Jeff stayed in. 10% loss for me might be, insignificant to my account. A 5% loss for you might be a huge amount, depending on, again, how much you have in your account. So always think about it that way. Think about it in percentages. Or limit order. Thank you, Peter, for answering that question on the pre-market orders. I do appreciate that, my friend. What percentage of your day trade stocks turn into swing trades? Very small percentage. A very small percentage of those turn into swings. Probably out of probably I'd say out of probably 30 trades, 5 of them will turn into a swing out of 30. And those 5 that turned into a swing, those drop off, over days, over a week. Now, I might add to that list of swings, but I try never to have more than 5 swings at a time. I don't like holding on to them for a long period of time. I have one that's an exception to that, NAK, N-A-K, Northern Dynasty Mining. That one I've held for, I've had that stock for a couple of years. It's probably the longest stock I've ever held. It's a cheap little penny stock. It's a lottery play, as I call it. Something I put some money into when it was really, really cheap, and I'm still holding it. I think I got I want to say I had 28,000 shares of it or something. And just kind of waiting for that one to pop up a little bit. It's been running up here the last day or two. I've made a couple thousand profit off of it, unrealized profit, in the last couple of days. But typically I try not to hold more than 5 at a time. MULN. Bollinger Motors names next 2 dealers in 7 states at 11 locations. All right. And I'll give you a little insight on what I do with stocks that I end up on the bad side of, just to give you an idea. Now, I have mentioned to you before that there's a lot of psychology in trading. And one of the things that I like to do with some swing trades that maybe go south on me, that I'm sitting in the negative, maybe I'm holding a bag on them. There's really 2 ways to play that. 3 ways. You can try and average down. I don't recommend averaging down just for the sake of averaging down. If you're averaging down for the sole purpose of trying to pull your average price down so that you're waiting for that pop to go back up so you can at least get out even, yeah, you can do that, but I don't recommend it because, as they say, you're just throwing good money at bad money, and that's not a good thing. It is an option, but I don't recommend anybody do it. Now, I many times will buy. I'm not really averaging down just for the sake of averaging down. What I'm doing is scaling in. I'll buy at this price level. It drops. I'll buy a little bit more here. It drops. I'll buy a little bit more here. I'm not really doing that because I'm trying to pull my average down. Pulling my average down just sort of a side effect. I'm buying in because I'm trying to increase my total number of shares that I have on that position, and I'm doing it at lower and lower increments. And at some point, when it decides to curl back up, and as it climbs back up, every one of those price points that I bought in are going to go green. Every one of them is going to start going, and I'm going to make a lot of money because I have a lot of shares because I took the time to average in as it was going down, scale in. Now, if I do get one that I've decided OPK presents results from a phase 1 study. It's getting a little bit of attention. OPK. It popped down, it popped up, and it came right back down again. It's below where it closed at yesterday at 99 cents. It closed at $1, it looks like. OPK. Back to $1.01. Well, one of the things that I like to do, just because for me trading is, it's a lot of mentality. There's a lot of mental stuff that goes on when you're trading. A lot of psychology there. OPK up to 102 now on the ASK, by the way. It was just at 98 cents. I'm watching it. One of the things I like to do is I'll have a stock that I'm holding a bag on it. Let's say I've got a stock that I'm down 500 bucks. I'm in the red 500 bucks. What I'll do is I'll hold that bag of that I'm down 500, and that 500 is going to fluctuate from day to day depending on the stock went up that day or down that day. So it might float from 490 to 515, but it's going to float around that $500 loss area for a few days. A lot of times what I'll do, I'll take that $500 loss, right? And I'll have another stock that I'm playing, and let's assume that I made $500 profit on a stock today. What I'll do is sell the shares that I had the loss on, and I'll take the gain on those because I've got a 500 loss and a 500 gain. It evens my account out. I've really lost nothing. Now, I didn't gain anything, even though I had that beautiful gainer of 500 bucks. I was able to get out of my other position. In terms of dollars, I didn't lose anything. And I'll also scale out doing that exact same thing. If I have a $500 loss and I have a day where I had a lot of gain on something, let's say I made $1,000 on something, I will sell off $200 worth of stock on that $500 loss that I had. I'll sell off $200 worth of that stock. Okay, so now I lost 200 bucks. I'm still 300 down on it, but I took a realized loss of 200 bucks. That stock that I made 1,000, I'll sell. If I'm up 1,000 on it, I'll sell a couple hundred bucks of that position to offset what I took the loss on. So I still have my gain, a little bit of my gain, and I've decreased my loss, my bag, just a little bit. So it's basically just scaling out of your bag. Scale out of it a little bit at a time. Don't take the whole loss at once. Just scale out of it a little bit at a time. As you have other stocks that you're making money on, scale out of that loss a little bit at a time. A little bit today, maybe a little bit tomorrow. Just take your little bit of losses. And it's a mentality thing. You have one day where you lose 500 bucks, it's devastating and it makes you gun shy. If you have a day where you lost 20 bucks because you're scaling out of your loss a little bit at a time, $20 loss doesn't hurt as bad. So it's just, you're tricking yourself mentally
into not seeing those huge losses. And I do that quite often. I'll scale out of a loss very slowly over time so it doesn't hit my account all at once and kind of hit you in the chest like, holy crap, I took a massive loss on that one. Just a little trick that I do to help me out mentally not to get too shaken up about a big loss. AISP, nice climb. $335. How many of you took AISP? $3 to $3.30. 10% in 4 minutes. Very nice. Rick took it from 229 to 270. Sean from 221 to 261. David from 227 to 262. Peter from 218 to 259. Alex had it from 220 to 254. 215 to 245 for Ryan again. Some nice gains there. Ken 240 to 340. Jeff 225 to 344. Peter from 302 to 338. Beautiful. Some nice gains on that one. Somebody shoot me a message on the YouTube live. I haven't seen any messages come across there. I'm not sure that thing's even working. Somebody needs to say good morning. David, second time from 248 to $3.10. That is nice. What a beautiful call out. Back to 337. Here's our 9 o'clock press releases. What are we going to get? 9 o'clock press releases. IVDA. Nothing there. Edible. New senior vice president. It's working. I'm not seeing any comments popping across that screen there. Somebody say good morning on YouTube, if you would, please. I appreciate it. Just want to make sure that message stream is working. Message thread. NKTR announces initiation of a phase 2 clinical study. MTTR. IBRX. Conference. B. Carter, baby scalp on AISP from 322 to 344. Lots of comments on YouTube. Why am I not seeing them? Ah, there we go. Now, dummy me, right? I didn't have my phone set up properly. My deepest apologies, folks. I know you're leaving messages on there. Good morning. Okay, I've got them on there now. I just didn't have my phone set up properly to see those. I do apologize for that. Glad to have all of you with us. Fourth quarter results on SHCO, FYBD, for new board of directors. Reading through press releases here quickly. SHPH conference, WATT, nothing there. Wave D, nothing there. BCOV, BCOV, Bright Cove to power Moto America's first global live stream of the Daytona 200. All right, nothing on that. Let's see, how many have we had so far? Excuse me, 152 press releases. Let's go back to AISP. How many of you caught the run on AISP? Not much lag at all on YouTube. Nice. Well, YouTube, this is a first for us. This is the first time we've been live on YouTube ever. Wolfpack. And pretty excited about starting out here. And draw some attention to the Wolfpack community. If you're catching us for the first time on YouTube, I'm guessing probably a lot of you have come over from YouTube, from TikTok. SEAT, SEAT. In addition to earnings out this morning, they also announced a $100 million share repurchase program. That's on SEAT. $100 million share repurchase program. WRAP, WRAP, announces Bolo WRAP, full development of Detroit Police Department's mental health crisis intervention team. Okay, that's fluff. All right. Well, it looks like, yeah, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll start doing some more video content on YouTube. And we'll be doing some more video content on TikTok as well. I've kind of gotten away from a lot of video content, and I know that is not good in the social media world. But I do plan to get back to having a little bit more, dropping some more video stuff on both of those platforms. Price target change there. And it looks like I'm going to have to get me a moderator in YouTube. It's a shame. First day on YouTube and I already need a moderator in there to kick people out. Isn't that something? That is amazing. All right. Let's go back to AISP. AISP still looking relatively strong. What a beautiful run, though. That's a monster. That is beautiful. Speaking of monster, I've got one. Grilling today. Yes, definitely a moderate. Yes, and please don't forget to hit the like button on the video on our live stream here and hit the subscribe button. Absolutely. We'll be coming on live here on YouTube along with the website for just a little while, a week or two, to give you sort of an idea of what we do on our live stream on our website. We're primarily looking for press releases in pre-market. And you know the ones that I'm talking about, the ones that push the stock price up. Those really nice press releases that force a stock to run like crazy. And what we do is jump in on those press releases. As soon as they come out, we read them off. We jump into the press release. Of course, everybody makes their own decision on whether they should get in it or not. But we jump into the press release, write it up, lock in those profits, and move on to the next press release. So if you like trading that way, this would be a perfect place for you. Because I know if you're like me, when I first started out, I was always looking for something to jump into, some stock, especially a penny stock, something under $5 that I could jump into that would make me a little money in pre-market before I had to run off to work. Alex says ZCMD. Take a look at that one. ZCMD has been climbing steadily. In the last, since about 9 o'clock, it's been climbing. It's gone from about $3.11 up to $3.35. It is now at just touched $3.38. So it's climbing slowly, kind of creeping up underneath the radar here. It was up to around $4.37 at 7 o'clock this morning. And it's been on a steady decline all morning since 7 o'clock, but it's just now starting to curl back up again. It's a little Chinese stock, so be careful with it. You know how those Chinese stocks can get. I don't think that was even on my list, Alex. So I'm going to add it to my list. Take a look at Phun, Phun. Look at that one. Let's see, we've got a press release here on SHCO, Soho House and Company, to announce fourth quarter results on March 15th. So we've got fourth quarter stuff coming out. Third shift. Yes, I will do a third shift today. I will be on again at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. IBRX, one of their drugs combined with natural killer cells, showed potential to reduce HIV viral load in HIV positive subjects. It's part of the HIV cure study. And that's on IBRX. It's not getting any attention. It's not getting any volume. It's stuck at It's actually below where it was closed at yesterday. But it did have some pretty decent news for it. Good morning, Lanell. Good to have you. I'm glad you found it. Thank you. So hit the like on our live here, hit the subscribe button, and join us every morning if you'd like to get those pre-market press releases. We go live, and we'll be going live on YouTube as well as the website at 6:45 a.m. 6:45 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you remember that it's Eastern time. If you're on the West Coast, that might be pretty darn early for you, but 6:45 a.m. Eastern time, and we go live from 6:45 in the morning on our website until about 9:40, 9:42. So it's just shy of 3 hours long of calling out press releases. So if you like that kind of trading where you're trading on those press releases, this is definitely the place for you. Would you hold LVTX into open? Let's go back and look at that real quick. Oop, hang on a minute. RBOT, price target, PASG, price target, LVTX. LVTX, yes, I have that at $4, and I am going to hold it going into open. But I will have a stop loss set on that. Hope that answers the question. But if you're like me, when I first started, I was looking for stocks to trade under $5. It seemed like when I did find one, because I heard about one on social media, like on Stock Twits or something, by the time I found it, it was already up 70%, 80%. And I realized the reason it was up was because of press releases. And everybody seemed to catch those press releases before I did. And that concerned me. I wanted to figure out a way to catch those press releases the second they came out so I could jump into them really, really fast. And I figured it out. And so now that's how I traded up to the point where I retired a few years ago. And now I'm trying to share that information with you guys so that you can make money, and hopefully you guys can retire early as well. First time here, just subscribe. How long have you been doing this? I've been trading about 13 years. Got a very late start in life on trading. I didn't start trading till I was 50. And prior to that, I was like everybody else, 401k, IRAs, that kind of thing. Got interested in trading, and at 50, and it took me about 4 years to really get it figured out, work through all the bugs, find a system of trading that worked for me, that gave me the most consistent wins, and that was trading on press releases. And from age of 54 to 58, the next 4 years, I managed to build my account to a place where I could actually retire. So I retired at 58, and I am so happy that I started when I did to be able to do that. So if any of you that are trading and you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, man, you have got an opportunity to take the bull by the horns, man. And you guys could be retired a lot sooner than you think. You just got to stick to it and don't give up. And don't lose money. I know you're going to lose money when you first start trading. You're going to lose money, but don't lose massive, massive amounts. Cut your losses very, very short. Don't put heavy, heavy amounts into any one trade. Don't do that. I know it's tempting. I know it's tempting to go heavy. You see something running on really good news, it is so tempting to go all in on something. It's really tempting to do that, but don't do it. Please don't do it. Feel like brokerage count doesn't seem to be very pre-market trading friendly. Well, could be, Adam. I use E-Trade. I have their trading platform that's called E-Trade Pro. I don't think they even offer that anymore, but that's the one I use, and I absolutely love it. A nice trading platform that I do have and use that I've heard a lot of really great comments about was Webull. A lot of people use Webull. I use Webull. I got it initially to trade cryptos because E-Trade doesn't allow crypto, but I only did that for about 6 months and then quit. And now I use my Webull account because it allows trading at 4 a.m. When the pre-market trading starts at 4 a.m., Webull will let you trade. And that's pretty handy because there are a lot of times that there's big, huge runners at 4 a.m. And it's really nice to have that trading platform that allows you to do that. And the app, the phone app for Webull, I find to be extremely user-friendly. It's really easy to make trades. There's a ton of information on Webull, just on the phone app. All kinds of research that you can do. It's really, really helpful. I really like it a lot. So that would be the platform I would recommend for pre-market trading. All right, let's go back and get everybody up to speed. Always like doing this. Excuse me. All right, how many of you out there in TikTok land caught AISP? Peter took it again from 292 to 319, taking what he can get. Thanks, Wolfpack. I took AISP from 249 to 290. Nice. Very, very nice. AISP. And that stock ran. Good morning. Morning, Kimba. AISP. Let me give you an example of what the Wolfpack did this morning. AISP. Press release comes out at $1.68 and ran on its first initial run after that press release came out. It ran up to $3.44. That is a nice climb. Very nice climb. Now, it has pulled back since then. It's come all the way down to, it bottomed out here at about 286. May climb back up again. It's been up around $10. So it's keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on that one. AISP. It's already been a moneymaker for us in the Wolfpack. But keep an eye on that. We have had, so far this morning, we have had 157 press releases to read through. Vast majority of it's been fluff news. There's not been a lot of great stuff on there. But just a quick reminder and just real quick disclosure here. We have to do this every day. Before I do that, let me read off one of our Wolfpack members here. Just posted on our message thread on our website, on our live stream there. AISP played it 3 times this morning for a net profit of $4,800. And he says, not bad for 2 hours of work. The message thread on the website, Terry, if you're using your cell phone, you won't see the message thread. But if you're using your iPad or a laptop or a desktop, you will see it. And you can participate in that message thread. But if you're on your cell phone, you won't be able to see it. And you're on your desktop and can't see it. Well, you'll have to figure that out, and I can help you figure that out. There is a button you need to click to open up that message board. All right, we've got about 6 minutes here, but my quick disclaimer here. This is really important. I am not a licensed financial advisor, so I can't give you financial advice, and I will not. Also, I am not a licensed stockbroker, so I can't give you stock advice. In other words, I can't tell you what to buy. I can't tell you when to get in, when to get out, how many shares to get. I can't tell you that kind of stuff. All I can do is tell you what I see running in the market, where the news is. I can give you my opinion on if the news is good news, great news, crappy news, fluff news. And I can tell you if I get in. If I jump into a stock, I'll tell you that I'm jumping in. I'll give you the price that I'm jumping in. If I get out, I'll give you the price that I'm getting out. If I've got a stop loss, I'll tell you where my stop loss is at. So I can tell you what I'm doing, but I can't tell you what to do. So please remember that. So people a lot of times will ask me, I've got this stock, should I stay in, should I get out? I can't tell you that. You got to be a licensed stockbroker to give people stock advice like that. Anybody holding AISP into open? That's the big question. We got a press release here. LAES unveils a crypto wallet security enhancement to combat quantum computing threats. This is on LAES. So we've got a little bit of cryptocurrency news related. Not getting a lot of attention. It's got 39,000 shares on it right now. The bid's sitting at $1.92, $1.99. The ask is rising on it. Might be something worth checking out. Sometimes those stocks will run on crypto news, especially with crypto being as hot as it is. It could be something that runs just on crypto in the press release title. BTTX. going up a little bit on a press release. Seems to be fluff news, though. We've got about 2.5 minutes here until the market opens. Hopefully we get some good ones. Yes, be sure to hit the like button on our live stream here on YouTube and hit the subscribe button. And keep in mind, we're going to go live on YouTube every morning, just like we do on TikTok. But we're going to go live on YouTube a little bit earlier than we do on TikTok. And we'll probably go live on YouTube at around 6:45, about the same time we go live on the website. And we're going to do that for a little while. I really want to give folks over there in YouTube land a little sample of what we do. And I know there's a lot of people that are kind of on the fence about, I don't know if I want to subscribe on the website. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Is it worth it? Am I going to get my money's worth? And so going live on YouTube would be my way of giving you sort of a live example, little taste of what you'll get on the website. So you kind of see how we operate, how things flow, and then you can make a decision on whether or not you actually want to subscribe on the website. Because at some point, I won't be live on YouTube for a long period of time, hours and hours of time. It'll be very short, just like it is on TikTok. So keep that in mind. The website, wolfpackcommunity.com. wolfpackcommunity.com. There's a link to it on my TikTok profile, which is also wolfpackcommunity.com. But there's a link to the website there. Go to the website, hit the plans and pricing, subscribe to the live trading, and then you'll be with us every morning. Excuse me. You'll be with us every morning for these press release call outs. AISP up 90%, 100%. That is our runner this morning. What a beauty. Let's see if we can get AISP to climb back up. That's another example of a really great runner this morning. Calling that news out when it first came out. The stock price was at $1.68 and it ran up to like $3.39. Really nice climb. All right, let's see what is actually running. What do we got moving here? Let's look at our big volume runners first. All right. Fun. PHUN, 11%, 12%. TFFP is up, but it's no volume on that one. Let's go back to volume. Looks a little easier to sort. All right. SBFM. That one is up 9%, 10% now. It's a little cheap little penny stock, but it's looking pretty nice. IVP. We mentioned that one this morning. That's up 7%. LVTX is up 6%. Fun, PHUN, that one's up 4.5%. What else we got moving here? Looking for some volume. SBFM, is up 14% now. IVP at 7%. Fun, struggling, it's at 3%. This is just a percentage of what they're up since 9:30. Not all pre-market, just since 9:30. LVTX up 3.7%. OCEA up 4%. AISP crawling back up. That might turn into a big one. Let's see where this one goes today. Let's see where this one goes. Did you manage to fix your bathroom? No, I didn't have any problems in the bathroom. AISP 348, 350, 352. Let's push. AISP is going to be a new one. All right. Yeah, I am definitely going to need a moderator. Any of my regulars, viewers, subscribers want to be a moderator in YouTube, please let me know. If you want to volunteer for that, please let me know. So definitely going to need it. All right, where are we at here? Hang on just a moment. I get a ton of requests for people that want to go live with me. All right. Oh, let's see. Share encouragement. Can I mod for you? I can mod for you. I might be able to. Where do I open an account for day trading? Well, if you're brand new to trading, if you've never done it before, me personally, I like Webull. They have a great app for your phone. Very user friendly. I like the app. I think that's a great place to start, is Webull. Plus, it allows trading at 4 a.m. when pre-market opens. That's absolutely wonderful. All right. Well, SBFM up 14%. JAGX, JAGX up 4%. MNTS, been talking about that one all morning. That's up 6%. CASI up 4.5%. CLSK up 4%. CJJD up 5%. Not seeing a whole lot. Dow Jones is red, bright red. NASDAQ is bright red. S&P is red. SPY is red. XBI, that's one's green, but barely. And of course, the Russell 2000 is red. The market is red across the board. BIAF halted going up. Have a great day, Alex. Will do. BIAF halted going up. BIAF. Go check her out. Go check her out. Let's see. What else we got? So if you'd like to join us on our website, on our live stream, please go to wolfpackcommunity.com. That's the website out there in internet land. The website is wolfpackcommunity.com. Go in there, subscribe to the live stream, and then you can join us every morning at 6:45 till about, let's see, it's 9:30, usually around 9:40. So we're about 5 minutes shy of being 3 hours. We're giving you a lot longer here on YouTube this morning than we probably will in the future. It's just sort of a trial thing for you to see the information that we're giving out to you, so you can see if it's something that you think is worthwhile and something you'd like to be a part of. Have a good day, darn good. Well, let's see. SBFM up 23% now. 27%. That thing is just nutty. That is amazing. You're very welcome, Jeff. Yeah, it'll be a much shorter trial on YouTube if they get odd on us. AISP pushing back up again. Remember, you got to give the market a good 10 minutes after open, a good 10 minutes to flush. There's a lot of market makers. They're flushing out weekends. They're hitting stop losses. They're playing shenanigans with the market. So you got to give the market about 10 minutes. Let it settle down. Some guys will even tell you the first half hour. Let the market settle down. Let the stock finally calm down, and then it'll show you its trend. It'll show you if it's going to start climbing, if it's going to start falling. That's when you start playing it. So you can play the pre-market like we do on those press releases. Jump in with the press release, write it up with the catalyst, and jump out, lock in your profit. But when the market first opens up at 9:30, that's a really, really rough time to try and trade because things are up and down, up and down. You can get stopped out really fast. So give it some time. Sit back, pick your stock, pick your 3 or 4 stocks that you're really interested in that you think might be the ones today to go. Sit back and let them do their thing. Let them calm down because a lot of them are going to fall. And then play the dips. Then you can start playing the chart. That's my advice. All right. So we are happy to have YouTube on board with us now as part of our Wolfpack family, along with TikTok. We're going to be doing Instagram as well. And the website. We are going to be all over the place. We are going to have one heck of a media presence here. And I appreciate everybody that got in early with us. They've been with us from the very beginning. And I do appreciate those people. And I appreciate my moderators as well. Good morning. Good morning. I am a social media butterfly. I just wish I liked crowds as much. I avoid things because of crowds, if that tells you anything. I'm not big for crowds. The older I get, the less I like going places where there's big crowds. All right, it's time for me to go, folks. I will see everybody on TikTok tomorrow morning at 7:30. We'll be on TikTok at 7:30 tomorrow morning. We're going to do a live this afternoon. We're going to do a live this afternoon in after hours trading. We're going to see if we can catch some press releases in after hours. We get a lot of press releases in after hours sometimes, and they got some really great runners in after hours. So we're going to try to catch those press releases as soon as they come out. So we're going to be on at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be on TikTok, we'll be on YouTube, and we'll be on the website. And we'll try to catch some of those. And then after that, tomorrow morning, it'll be 6:45 on the website, 7:30 on TikTok. And I'll be on 6:45 a.m. on YouTube tomorrow morning as well. So till then, you guys have a great morning. Watch your losses, lock in those profits, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning.